It's things like this that really make me worried for the future of the Sonic franchise. Oh, no, not the Sonic franchise, my bad. The Sonic franchise is doing just fine. We got a movie with Jim Carrey. We got comic books, we've got merchandise, and apparently we've got mobile games too. No. I was worried about this other thing that me and a few other people nowadays like to call the main series, the main like event kind of thing. But can we really call it that after these things that keep on happening? I don't know if it even deserves the title main series anymore. Like, that's what it's supposed to be, but let's just get into the video. So if you don't know, for some reason, we got in 2017 multiple Sonic games. One main series title that was called Sonic Forces, and another mobile phone game counterpart to that called Sonic Forces Speed Battle, and Sonic Mini as well, but that's not the topic of the video, so let's keep going. Then what happened is this: Sonic Forces, the main series game, was received poorly due to the game being shit, and so naturally they decided to pretend it doesn't exist and only promote the other Christian Wired game, which was Sonic Mania, and of course taking the Sonic Forces Speed Battle game, removing the Speed Battle, and then calling that Sonic Forces, so that when you think of Sonic Forces, instead of thinking of a bad main series game, you think of a good, it's fun. It's a fun mobile game. I'll say it's fun. I don't play it much. I have it on my phone, but it's just like, take Sonic Dash, which was a bit bland. It's like a discount Temple Run, add an online racing feature, and all of a sudden it's better than Sonic Dash. It's just off the bat, right? And it's got tens of millions of downloads. Clearly it's doing something right. I mean, it's not as big as Sonic Dash, but it far surpassed Sonic Runners in downloads. Therefore, it's doing something right. But unfortunately, it is in fact this thing that it did right, which is the cause for concern for those of us, few people left apparently, who are still fans of the main series. So I saw this image on Twitter and it said, "Boy 6 racks up $21,000 bill playing Sonic Forces video game." Now, as a fan of the main series, the first thing I thought is, that makes absolutely no sense. There's nothing to buy in Forces, like absolutely nothing. Like, remember when they said they were gonna charge $1.99 for Super Sonic, and we all raged at SEGA and whoever runs the Sonic 2, and we said, what the fuck is this? This is bullshit. Complete bullshit. Super Sonic has been free, Hypersonic has been free, and you want to charge us $1.99 to get Super Sonic? And fair play, we should have raged, because I mean, in a game that you're paying for, almost full price game was what, 40-50 bucks? You can't be charging $1.99 for Super Sonic when we've been given that for free for years. So we were right to complain. And of course, after that complaint, they took it away. But that was when I realized that this was not about the main series Sonic Forces. I'd completely forgotten that it was about the mobile game because they didn't say Speed Battle, and I forgot that they changed that to the name Sonic Forces. So when I went and clicked the article, which the number changed to $16K, so I guess, maybe they updated it. But when I went and read the article, I realized, this is about the mobile game. So this 6-year-old racked up $16,000 on mom's credit card playing video games. And it says video games in the headline now, but when you read it, it says more than $16,000 in Apple App Store charges for his favorite video game, Sonic Forces, leaving his mom in shock. While working from home during the pandemic, the mother had no idea that the younger son had gone on a shopping spree on her iPad. Over the month of July, 1 month, George bought add-on boosters starting with $1.99 red rings and moving up to $99.99 gold rings that allowed him to access new characters and more speed, spending hundreds of bucks at a time. It's like my 6-year-old was doing lines of cocaine and doing bigger and bigger hits, she joked. That don't sound like a joke. He's racking up thousands, but let's keep going. When she discovered Apple and PayPal were withdrawing hefty sums, $562 here, $601 there, from her Chase account, probably the credit card company in America, she assumed there was a mistake or fraud and called the bank, confused by the unitemized charges. She filed a fraud claim in July when her bill reached over $16,000, and it wasn't until October that the bank came out and said, listen, yo, this ain't our problem, fam. This ain't no fraud. You gotta go and contact Apple directly. This ain't our problem. She contacts Apple directly. They run through the listings and it says, when she saw the Sonic icon, she knew it was George. She's like, oh, George, I knew it was you. There was Sonic icon. You must have been spending thousands of Sonic Forces. How could I have not seen this? Apple said, tough chiz, It's been over 60 days, no refunds. Your fault for not having the setting in your phone that disables the in-game purchases, right? So screw you, you gotta pay that 16K back. I mean, it don't matter that you can't pay your mortgage, right? I mean, the Sonic icon was there, right? Sonic Forces. You know, she's talking about getting a son to pay it back when he gets a job in 15 years. Like, man, like, I got my ass whooped for breaking a vase. I crossed the road too quickly once and almost got run over as a kid. I got my ass beat. I could have died that day from the car. And instead of my parents go, we're just happy you're alright, son, they whooped my ass. This guy spent 16K on the card and it's going scot-free. But that's not the point. That's not the point. That's not what we're here to talk about. A main series game costs what, like $50, right? They used to be 60, but you know, they've gone down. Was it 40? I don't even remember. It was either 40 or 50. It definitely wasn't 60. But the prices have gone down. They tried to put in a measly $1.99 for Supersonic, and we rightfully said this is bullshit in a paid for game. Why are we paying for Supersonic? And they had to cut back, but they were testing the waters, because what was happening behind the scenes when that $1.99 backlash happened for the Sonic Forces main series game, they had to have some kind of business meeting. Sega had to like sit down behind the scenes and discuss some shit. They realized that we're making so much money on these mobile games that we want to make some of that in the main series. The mobile games are easier to develop, way cheaper to develop. These main titles are just costing us way more, and we're making way less because Forces didn't sell that well. A lot of the sales, quote unquote, came from discounts, came from the month that was free on PS Plus. Like, even if it does like 1 million or so units, it's nothing compared to these mobile games. If this one kid is racking up 16K, I remember adults do this too. Like, I'm not even trying to insinuate that every person, like every adult who has money is getting addicted to spending thousands and thousands in 1 month on a mobile game, but there are definitely adults who have full-time jobs and will spend a good $200-300 or so every month on a mobile game that they're hooked on. Other kids do it as well and, you know, get away with it essentially. By the time they get in trouble, the money's already been spent. If one kid can spend 16K on this game, whereas Forces, the main title, is capped at like $50 on a purchase, and that's the only purchase you can make, imagine how much they're raking in for these mobile games. According to the Play Store, Sonic Forces Speed Battle, or I should say just to make it easier to just comprehend, is what, 10 million installs plus? Which is a lot. Then you look at Sonic Dash 2 Sonic Boom, and that has over 50 million installs on the Play Store. Then you look at the original Sonic Dash, the big boy, over 100 million installs. Obviously the installs themselves are free, but people will pay for things in the game. As you can see with this image, this is the kind of money you'd be spending in Forces Speed Battle. And those installs are just the Play Store, that's just Android. That's not even including Apple where this purchase happened. So think about the money they are making on a cheaper to produce game. Why would there be motivation to even go ham and make an amazing 3D Sonic game and charge $50? Because you can barely charge 60 now. Like Crash 4 tried to charge 60 for a platformer. People weren't having it. I mean, it did actually sell well, so I guess people did have it. But within a month, they had dropped the price significantly. It was like $40. At one point, I saw 30 within less than 2 months of the game coming out. Clearly, there was some kind of let's get 60 from the hardcorers and then drop it right after kind of thing. But nonetheless, it's getting hard to charge 60 for a game that is not 10 plus, 20 plus hours long, big open world. So you're looking at maybe 50 compared to just getting a few dedicated people. They call them whales, few dedicated people that will spend ridiculous amounts, hundreds, thousands. I've known people like this. I used to play one of those games, Sega Heroes. I covered it on the channel. I was hooked on that game. I never spent on it, but I knew people that did, and people do spend on these things. Why? As a business, as the Defense Squad clearly told me on Twitter, if we're strictly talking about money, this is a great business move, which is what Sega is to begin with, a business. Why, as a business, would they even bother to keep their main series good if they're not racking up the good kind of unit sales? Like, remember Super Mario Odyssey is a Switch exclusive and pulled 17 million units on just the Switch. 17 million. So when Nintendo charged at $60 for that thing at 17 million, small update, it's actually gone up to almost 19 million. Realize that they are making $1 billion off of Super Mario Odyssey. $1 billion. Sonic is doing like 1 to 2 million, charging way less, with a lot of those sales being free and some of them being discounted from the original discounted rate of like $40. It's I just don't see the motivation for them to go ham on the main series. And I mean, look, I'll wait for gameplay, right? But I need to make a full video describing exactly why I'm skeptical for the next game. I've got other points, but they keep getting scattered across other videos. But my point is this, and I've said part of this before, but it's like when they seem to not be able to figure out how to do 3D Sonic right, and all these other things are cheaper to do and still make more, it's very easy to see why they don't seem to care about the main series as much as they once did, why they're not putting out games as much as they once. You couldn't do this in the 2000s. Microtransactions were not at the heights they were at now. Like, iPhone came out 2007. Microtransactions existed in the late 2000s. Temple Run was like 2010s. Angry Birds, I think, was also late 2000s. But nonetheless, like, microtransactions have really taken off recently. Like, you could have put a microtransaction in a main title back then. Now people are testing it like they tested it before, so they really tried. But anyway, like, one person could spend 16k on this game. That is hundreds and hundreds of people paying full price for a proper main series title. And they just need a small percent of these people to do things like that. Whether it's adults using their own paycheck, kids abusing their parents' credit cards because they don't check settings, and it adds up. And they got multiple mobile games to do this on. And you think that they're just gonna drop some kind of Adventure 3 masterpiece as a main title? I don't know. Maybe, like, all my logic is pointed towards this not looking good, right? But the small part of me, I call that part of me the sucker in me. You know, the guy that was super positive for Sonic back in like 2015, when I was so positive. You never hear me be negative about Sonic back then. If you go to my old videos, you'll see that inner part of me is like, somehow they're gonna drop a masterpiece in 2021. That part. And as much as I don't believe that to be true, I really hope that part is right. I really do. But man, oh man, if you're a business, you're a Sega right now, and your other companies, like, you know, Yakuza was doing well, Persona was doing well with their main titles, and somehow Sonic Team just keep fucking up 9 years, no great game, and they had to rely on Christian Whitehead to make a great game for Sonic. They had to rely on side teams to fix Sonic. They had to rely on mobile income. They had to rely on Paramount's movie to make money, and then the main series is the only thing that they can't seem to get right. I don't see how this gets better. But again, let's hope the sucker in me is right and not the cynic, because right now, man, shit's getting too serious. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. I'm sure some of you are going to be upset and go in full defense squad mode, which, you know, fair play. Yeah. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Subscribe to the Non-Sonic channel, link in the description. But that's all I have to say right now. So, Premy out.